Good morning, guys. I know it's Saturday, which is not normally when we post, but I've been thinking a lot lately about matching teas to the occasion because we've been trying a lot of different teas, and you've got to know when to drink the right tea.
Right.
I mean, part of it's just preference, but I feel like part of it is you want special teas at special times.
Right.
So today is a very important holiday. It's Reformation Day. Maybe you were expecting me to say Halloween. I'll get to appropriate Halloween teas later. But to me, Reformation Day is much more important. So you might be asking, what is Reformation Day? And, in answer, it is the anniversary of the day that Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the church door at Wittenberg. So it has been 503 years as of today. And that action, oh, I'm so sorry if you heard that. Our rabbit is making a lot of noise. Anyways.
Practicing his interior decorating.
He likes to move stuff around in his cage when he's not hopping about the living room. So anyways, that action kicked off the Protestant Reformation, which has, whether or not you are Protestant, definitely affected church history and world history.
And probably tea history. We should look into that.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll be able to tell you how it impacted tea history.
Because the Church of England definitely, most likely at least, had some impact on that. And that was definitely a result of the Reformation.
True. Well, and the fact that the king wanted to divorce his wife, which
right.
maybe he would have tried to get away with that had the Reformation not already been a thing anyway.
This is true.
But it would have been a little more difficult. Anyways, all this got me thinking. The rabbit is thumping. Something has displeased him. That's not what this got me thinking, though. It got me thinking, what kind of tea would Martin Luther drink? And I was thinking about this. And the answer to the question is none. Martin Luther would definitely not drink any tea because there was no tea in Europe at the time. There was no tea in Germany until 1650, according to the internet. And if Martin Luther was nailing his 95 Theses to the church doors in 1517, then I'm pretty sure that he was dead by 1650. Alright, I just totally lost my train of thought because I paused the recording to go get the rabbit a treat because he was unhappy and I wanted him to be happy. But I believe I was saying that Martin Luther would not drink any tea. He would probably drink beer because I'm guessing that's what people were drinking at the time.
Probably. Or wine.
Maybe wine. I feel like wine today is classier. I don't know if that was still the case back then.
I feel like it was more expensive to make, but a lot easier in ways.
But in Germany, you don't have as many grapes.
Oh, right.
So anyways, Martin Luther was probably drinking beer. But since I couldn't get an answer to the question, what tea would Martin Luther drink, I decided to instead ask the question, if Martin Luther were alive today, what tea would he drink?
Probably still beer.
Beer is not technically a tea, although it is, plants and water in some sense. So you could maybe argue for it being like an herbal tea, but not really.
No.
No. Anyways, I think that Martin Luther would probably drink something kind of bold.
Right.
And a strong flavor.
I feel like in the Christmas season, he would definitely go for a very Christmassy, festive tea. True.
I mean, who wouldn't, though?
Actually,
but yeah,
well,
Martin Luther seems to have liked Christmas.
Yeah.
He probably would have drank something with caffeine, because if you're busy, rebelling against the established church and writing lots of stuff, caffeine is probably a thing that you desire.
Right.
Martin Luther had some stomach issues, so I don't know if he would have necessarily drank a whole lot of citrus. Maybe that would have bothered it.
Depending on the, I believe citrus, mint, and rooibos teas supposedly help with certain digestive issues. Citrus is a little bit more
upper, it's acidic, so yeah. I think it would probably depend.
Yeah, it would depend.
I do not know what kind of stomach issues Martin Luther had, so I cannot speak to that. But my best guess of teas that I have consumed fairly recently, or in recent memory, is that Martin Luther would drink that Winston Churchill's black peppermint tea we had.
That was good, and it was pretty caffeinated and minty.
I mean, it was peppermint, so maybe it'd be good for his stomach. It was pretty strong flavored and bold. It was delicious.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also, it had the caffeine content because of the black tea. So that is my best theory on what tea Martin Luther would have consumed had he been alive in our time. Maybe with some alcohol in it.
Or next to it.
Or next to it.
Ooh, a wine tea pairing.
Maybe. That sounds really fancy. But on to perhaps the rest of you have been wondering, but what tea should we consume for Halloween? I've given thought to this too. And at first, I couldn't come up with anything because in my mind, Halloween means things that should be like orange and black and spooky. And if there's a candy cane tea somewhere, or candy corn tea, sorry, I would be totally down to try it, but I do not currently know of one. And also, it'd probably be kind of weirdly oily.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But,
And think of the artificial flavors.
oh, but some of them, the ones that are made with honey, maybe you could just drop candy corn in your tea and it'd be like putting honey in it.
Oh.
This might be a thing to experiment with later, but the best tea that I can come up with for Halloween is from English Tea Shop, Super Berries. So, this maybe does not seem like a super spooky tea to use, just like, oh, berries, it's summer, yay, but
The
no.
flavor maybe.
If you brew this tea, what you gotta do, instead of pouring the water over your tea bag, you gotta pour your hot water, then put your tea bag in it. And first what it'll do is it'll exude this cloud of like blood red tea-ness. And then it'll exude a cloud of black after it, so your tea will like go red and then black, and it looks really spooky, and it's really great.
You call it demon tea, I believe?
I believe I've called it satanic tea.
Okay, there we go.
But it also tastes delicious. It tastes like berries. I think it's like it's a blend of different kind of berries. So you've got your red berries and then your blackberries, making it do the color things.
Right.
But sadly, I do not have any of that today, so I cannot drink it for Halloween. But if you do, I would recommend it. And if not, I would recommend it anyway. Just like make sure you save some for Halloween next year. So, as far as teas for the day go, if you're celebrating Reformation Day, drink some of the peppermint black. If you're celebrating Halloween, drink some of the super berries. If you're celebrating both, drink them both. Don't mix them. I
No.
do not think that would be a
I
good
don't
idea.
think so.
But maybe you should mix Reformation Day and Halloween and dress up like Martin Luther. And instead of like trick-or-treating, you can go knock on people's doors, take candy, and hand them a copy of the 95 Theses. I think that would be a great day to combine those two holidays.
All right.
As long as you don't combine what I have deemed their official respective teas.
Do not.
So,
That does not.
I hope you all feel enlightened. Maybe we'll do this in the future when there's special holidays. Come up with the teas for them.
If you liked this, let us know. And don't forget to change your clocks.
Yes, don't forget to change your clocks back.
Unless they automatically do that, in which case it's fine.
True. In this day and age, your alarm is probably on your phone, so you're probably safe anyway. But you don't want to be in the car on the way to somewhere and freak out that you're like, I guess you'd freak out that you were an hour late or early. I
think it's early.
Still don't understand how time changes work. So you don't want to freak out that the time is wrong.
And don't forget ovens and microwaves.
Ovens and
Normally have.
microwaves.
We have done that, or I've done that.
Yeah. But have a great week until next Thursday when we see you guys again. Bye.
Bye.